Hello, how are you all doing today? I just wanted to um, come by and do something real quick. Um, I was asked to do some Sunday school stuff, and since this week I'm teaching Sunday school, I told the person that I will try to do the weekly stuff this week. So um, since I have to study anyway, I guess you guys can study with me. We're going to make this a real quick study. What I do on my first day on Monday, all I do is just read through and see what I see in it, say what I see in it, and keep it on moving. I wanted to do this as a live broadcast, but however, whatever happened, I couldn't do it as a live broadcast. So you all are going to have to type text inside the box, and I will type in text right back with you and make it kind of interactive as I can as the replay plays. Yeah. That's the best way that I can say it to you as. So this week's Bible lesson for Sunday school comes from Isaiah 65, verses 17 through 25. It is titled A Life of Hope and Peace. So I'm going to start reading the verses. What I do is just read all the verses through, then come back and observe what I see in all of those verses, okay? So we make this real simple, okay? I'm going to read two versions for you guys because, again, different versions help out when you have, it just does. So we'll go through here, and it states and reads Isaiah 65, 17 through 25. For behold, I create new heaven and a new earth, and the former shall not be remembered, nor come into mind. Then, okay, something happened on my computer, not sure what happened. Then 17, 18, but be ye glad and rejoice forever in which I create. For behold, I create Jerusalem and rejoicing, and her people a joy. 19, and I will rejoice in Jerusalem and the joy in my people, and the voice of the weeping shall be no more heard in her, nor the voice of crying. 20, therefore shall be no more thence an infant of days, nor an old man that hath not filled his days. For the child shall die 100 years old, but the sinner being 100 years old shall be accursed. 21, and they shall build houses and inhabit them, and they shall plant vineyards and eat the fruit of them. 22, they shall not build and another inhabitant, they shall not plant and another eat. For as the days of the tree are the days of my people, and mine elect shall long enjoy the work of their hands. 23, they shall not labor in vain, nor bring forth for trouble, for they are the seeds of the blessed of the Lord, and their offspring with them. And last here, 24 and 25. And it shall come to pass, therefore they call, and I will answer, and while they are yet speaking, I will hear. The wolf and the lamb shall feed together, and the lion shall eat straw, like the bullock, and dust shall be serpent meat. They shall not hurt nor destroy in all of the holy mountain, saith the Lord. So that is the reading in the King James Version. And then the reading in the New Living Translation says, look, I am creating new heavens and a new earth, and no one will even think about the old ones anymore. Be glad, rejoice forever in my creation. And look, I will create Jerusalem as a place of happiness. Her people will be a source of joy. I will rejoice over Jerusalem and delight in my people, and the sound of weeping and crying will be heard in it no more. No longer will babies die when only a few days old. No longer will adults die before they have lived a full life. No longer will people be considered old at 100. Only the curse will die that young. In those days, people will live in houses they build and eat the fruit of their own vineyards. Unlike the past, invaders will not take their houses and confiscate their vineyards. For my people will live long as trees, and my chosen ones will have no time to enjoy their hard-won gain. They will not work in vain, and their children will not be doomed to misfortune, for they are people blessed by the Lord. And their children too will be blessed. I will answer them before they even call to me. While they were still talking about their needs, I will go ahead and answer their prayers. The wolf and the lamb will feed together. The lion will eat hay like a cow, but the snakes will eat dust. In those days, no one will be hurt or destroyed on my holy mountain. I, the Lord, have spoken. All right. So then we're just going to go back and just see what we see. I'm going to use the New Living Translation because it's kind of easier to understand. And that's just how I pretty much do it. So in verse 17, look, I am creating new heavens and a new earth, and no one will even think about it, the old ones, anymore. So that's when I read that, to me is pretty explanational. Creating new heavens, which means it's more than one, and only a new earth. That's how I read it, okay? You tell me what you see in that inside of the comments there. And I'll be happy about the next line saying that no one will think about the old ones anymore. So that means that nothing else, whatever was past, is gone. And nobody's going to be thinking about it. 18, be glad, rejoice forever in my creation. Pretty much, God has given us a action to do, which is to first be glad and then to rejoice with everything that is created on this new heavens and the new earth. And look, I will create Jerusalem as a place of happiness. So Jerusalem in this new heaven and new earth is going to be a place of happiness, and her people will be a source of joy. So like down here on earth, our source of joy is the Lord. But when we get in heaven at this time, how I am reading this at this moment, so don't take it as face value, just how I'm reading it, that the people will be the source of the joy, and that the happiness is just going to just be eliminating all over from Jerusalem. Not only will it be the source of joy, but they will rejoice over Jerusalem, and delight in my people. And the sound of weeping and crying will be heard in it no more. So meaning that none of that sadness stuff is going to go on at all. 20. No longer will babies die at few days old, meaning there will be the children dying like we do now. That's not even going to happen. Adults, they will have a full life, and we're not talking about just a full life at 100. The only ones that will die at 100 that are the ones that are not in the Lord, that are cursed, and they will die young. And in those days, people will live in the houses they built and eat the fruit of their own vineyards. If you kind of look at it now, we kind of gotten to that place where you have to do your own yard out in the back to have your own fruits and vegetables and all that kind of stuff. So in here, that's what I see is the same thing. We have to have our own. We get to eat from what we all harvest, our own harvest in our own area. And instead of what's happened in the past where criminals and different people could come into your neighborhood and just start doing stuff, that's not going to be even available for people to even do anymore, because that's not going to be the hearts of those people. And again, he restates that the people will live long as the trees, and my chosen ones will have the time to enjoy their own hard-won gain, that they will be able to enjoy everything that's around them within their harvest. That's how I read it. And for my people, blessed by the Lord, and their children will be blessed by the Lord. So it's going to be blessings on top of blessings on top of blessings. As they say, you can't even count them all. And God will answer all of his chosen ones when they are called. He will actually answer while they're just sitting around talking to people about it. What they need, God's gonna instantaneously go ahead and answer them. And for the ones who the wolf and the lamb will feed together, and the lion will eat hay like cow. So a lot of stuff is just changing from what we normally know it as to be. And the snakes will eat dust. And in those days, no one will be hurt or destroyed on my holy mountain. I, the Lord, have spoken. So the Lord is giving a bunch of things that are going to come to pass. So what do you guys think about the verses, and how do you read them? I will be looking forward to see what you say, and I'll be back with our Monday reading.